You are asleep in a place that is not a place. You are resting in a time that is not a time. This is the quiet between heartbeats of the universe. The silence is your only reward. It is the only peace a drift surgeon ever knows. Then it comes. Not a sound, not a light. It is a pressure against your soul. A silent cosmic scream that tears through your rest. It is a feeling of wrongness. A single thread pulled from an infinite tapestry. A universe is in pain. It does not know how to ask for help. It only knows how to hurt. And you are the only one who can hear its cry. You are awake now. The quiet is gone, replaced by a single agonizing note of discord. Your work is never truly done. The summons has been issued. The patient is waiting. You move, not with a ship, not with a thought. You simply arrive. You fold the space between here and there. The journey takes no time at all, but it costs you something. It always does. A small piece of your own stability, a sliver of your own reality. You appear in the dying star system, and your senses immediately recoil. The sickness is worse than you imagined. This is not a simple decay. This is an active unraveling. The laws of physics are fraying like old rope. Light bends when it should not. Gravity pulses with an irregular, sick heartbeat. Time itself stutters. It skips forward, then backward, like a damaged recording. You see a planet orbit its sun in 3 different positions at once. This is a deep infection, a gangrene of the cosmos. The star at the system's heart is bloated and wrong. Its color shifts from angry red to a venomous violet. It bleeds radiation that should not exist. The very fabric of this space is thin. It is brittle. One wrong move, one miscalculation, and it could shatter into nothing, taking everything with it. This is not a natural death. This is a murder in progress. You turn your attention to the 3rd planet from the dying sun, the world that screamed for you. From the silent void, you look down. You see it, a world teeming with life, vibrant, unaware. Cities glitter across continents like scattered jewels. Oceans pulse with a deep, blue vitality. You can feel their thoughts, their dreams, their tiny, beautiful worries. They worry about the weather tomorrow. They hope for love. They fear loneliness. They create art and music that reaches for the stars, never knowing the stars are screaming back in agony. They are a civilization on the brink of greatness, just learning to ask the big questions. And they have no idea their existence is measured in hours. Their entire reality is about to be erased. You feel a pang of something ancient, something you rarely allow yourself to feel. A fierce, protective anger. These are not just motes of dust. They are songs waiting to be sung. They are stories yet to be told. And something is trying to silence them forever. You will not allow it. Your purpose crystallizes. The diagnosis is complete. It is time for surgery. You extend your consciousness. A tool finer than any laser, more precise than any blade. You find the first major tear in the local space-time, a weeping wound where reality is bleeding into nothing. Your first cut must be gentle, a test, a probe. You gather the threads of causality around the lesion. You pull them together, a simple, elegant stitch. For a moment it holds. The frantic stutter of time eases. The erratic pulse of gravity stabilizes. A flicker of success. But then, the cosmos bleeds. The pressure you applied here causes a rupture elsewhere. A nearby moon fractures into 1,000 screaming pieces. Its dust forms a halo of failure around its parent world. The wound you stitched tears open again, wider this time, more violent. This is no simple sickness. It has a will. It has a design. Your gentle touch was not a cure. It was a challenge. You feel a shift in the system's wrongness. It is no longer just a chaotic decay. It is now focused. It is aware. The cosmic predator has turned its gaze from its meal, and it is now looking directly at you. The infection is fighting back. You feel its attention as a cold weight, a malevolent intelligence pressing in from all sides. It probes your defenses. It tests the edges of your reality. It whispers promises of entropy and silence. It recognizes you, not as a person, but as an opposing force, an antibody in the system it wishes to consume. The ambient wrongness coalesces. It becomes a spear pointed at your heart. This changes everything. Your usual methods are for cosmic ailments, for the natural, uncaring decay of things. You are a surgeon, not a soldier. But this entity, this hunger, it learns. It adapts. It has seen your kind of star science before, and it has learned how to counter it. The very space around you begins to warp, twisting into geometries of pure malice, intended to break you. You need guidance. You retreat into yourself, to the quiet library of your mind. Here, you keep the echoes of those who came before, the data ghosts of other surgeons, the elder ones. Their knowledge is your inheritance. Their failures are your warnings. You open the connection, and you feel their collective, ancient fear, a fear they stored away for you. They show you visions. Star forges gone dark, galaxies consumed, countless worlds silenced. They faced this entity before, at the dawn of a younger universe. They fought it, and they lost. They did not save their patients. They only escaped. They warn you now. This consciousness does not just eat worlds. It eats concepts. It eats hope. They tell you that your tools will break, your science will fail. Their final whisper is a desperate plea. Run. Survive. Let this system die. Preserve the knowledge. Preserve the art of drift surgery. But you look back at the glittering blue world, at the billion songs that have not yet been sung. You cannot run. Their fear becomes your resolve. You will not repeat their failure. You close the connection to the elder ones. Their advice is wise, but it is not for you. Your old methods are useless. The predator knows them. It anticipates them. You cannot simply stitch space-time. You must reweave it entirely. You need a new procedure, a desperate, impossible plan. An idea sparks, not from logic, not from science, but from a place of pure, defiant artistry. A technique no one has ever attempted, because it is madness. You will not cut away the sickness. You will incorporate it. You will use its own malevolent energy as part of the cure. You will build a cage of stabilized reality around the infected zone. You will not destroy the hunger. You will quarantine it forever. It will require a level of control you are not sure you possess. One mistake, and you will become the engine of this system's destruction. The plan is insane. The risks are astronomical. But it is the only path you see. You must go to the heart of the decay, to the place where the entity's consciousness is most potent. You must plunge into the void heart. The journey will be the first step of the procedure, a test of your own will, a test of your own reality against its hunger. You take a breath that is not a breath, and you dive. The transition is violent. Reality shreds around you. You are no longer in a place of stars and planets. You are inside the sickness itself. It is a storm of broken physics and dying light. You see the ghosts of devoured worlds swirling in the chaos. The silent screams of trillions echo in this non-space. This is the entity's stomach, and it is trying to digest you. It shows you things. It forces visions into your mind. civilizations of crystalline beings shattered into dust. Gas giant philosophers, their thoughts siphoned away into nothing. Worlds of breathtaking beauty corrupted into rotting hellscapes. It shows you its triumphs. It wants you to despair. It wants you to understand the futility of your struggle, the inevitability of its hunger. You are at its center now. Before its mind, it is not a shape. It is a presence, a being of pure, endless, patient appetite. It speaks to you not in words, but in pure concept. It asks you a simple question. Why? Why do you struggle? Why do you feel? Why do you protect that which is temporary and small? It shows you the heat death of the universe, the final, cold silence. It tells you that it is only tidying up ahead of schedule, a bit of cosmic housekeeping. It probes your mind. It rifles through your memories. It sees your own loneliness, your endless, thankless task. It sees the scars on your own soul from 1,000 other surgeries. It sees your weariness, and it cannot understand. It finds no logic in your actions, no equation that explains your defiance. Your persistence is an error in its calculations, a variable it cannot solve. And in that confusion, you find your opening, your unquantifiable human soul. It is not a weapon of energy or force. It is a paradox the entity cannot resolve. Your illogical hope, your irrational love for the glittering dust below, your stubborn refusal to accept the inevitable. This is the fulcrum upon which you will turn the universe. This is your sharpest scalpel. You let it see your hope, not as a concept, but as a feeling. You project the image of a child on the world below, looking at the night sky with pure wonder. You project the sound of their music, the feeling of their love, the warmth of their sun on their skin. You show it the billion songs that deserve to be sung. You weaponize beauty. And for the first time, the entity recoils. It is a feeling it cannot process, a flavor it cannot digest. Now, while it is disoriented, you begin, weaving with gravity's thread. You reach out, not with hands, but with will. You grasp the edge of a vibrant nebula. You pull it like a shimmering silken suture. You stitch the great tear in space-time closed. The entity shrieks, a silent, psychic howl of pain and confusion. It lashes out. But you are already moving. You find a pair of young, rogue black holes. You seize them. You place them with impossible precision. They become your clamps, anchoring your work against the storm. You spin dark matter into reinforcing mesh. You layer it over the weakened areas of reality. The laws of physics begin to reassert themselves. The chaotic storm of the void heart is being contained. The cage is being built. The entity understands now what you are doing. It realizes the trap you are setting. It throws everything it has at you, the full weight of its ancient cosmic hunger. It stops trying to break you with fear and starts trying to absorb you with promises. It whispers of an end to your lonely burden, an end to the struggle. Just let go. Just rest. Become one with its quiet, final peace. It shows you a vision of yourself, no longer a surgeon, but a part of its eternal consciousness. No more pain, no more responsibility. Just endless, silent, dreamless rest. The temptation is immense. A siren song for your weary soul. A part of you wants to accept, to finally lay down your tools, to let the silence take you, to end the loneliness. But then you feel them, the billion lives on the world below, their faint, collective warmth, their unaware, beautiful hope. And you remember why you do this. You are not a god. You are not a force of nature. You are a choice to stand against the silence, a choice to protect the song. You push the temptation away. You make your final stitch. The cage slams shut. The silence that follows is absolute. The entity is not destroyed. It is contained, trapped within a permanent bubble of stabilized space-time, a prison forged from its own energy. You have succeeded. You pull your consciousness back into the normal universe. You are exhausted, scarred. A piece of you will forever be trapped in that cage with the hunger. You look at your work. The system is stable. The star's light is now a healthy, golden yellow. The planets have settled into calm, predictable orbits. But the sky is forever changed. Where the void heart once was, there is now a scar. A beautiful, terrible scar across the heavens. A shimmering, intricate web of contained energies. A celestial structure that defies all known science. It glows with a soft, internal light. A constant reminder of the battle that was fought and won in the silent dark. It is a monument to your desperate, impossible art. A wound on the universe that has been healed into a thing of wonder. It is the price of salvation, a permanent mark of the surgeon who passed through. Down on the third planet, they look up, 1 billion saved souls. They see it that night, a new constellation in their sky, a breathtaking, impossible pattern of light where none was before. Their scientists are baffled. Their artists are inspired. Their prophets declare it a sign from their gods. They do not know what it is. They will never know. They do not know it is the scar tissue of their reality. The sign of a doom they narrowly avoided. The signature of their anonymous savior. They give it names. The weaver's web, the celestial eye, the ghost cradle. It becomes a central part of their culture, a source of endless fascination, a symbol of hope and mystery, a promise that they are not alone. Your job is finished. The patient is stable. The 1 billion songs will now be sung. You feel a quiet, profound satisfaction. It is the only payment you ever receive. You turn away from the saved world, from the beautiful scar you left upon their heavens. You let the silence of the void reclaim you. You fold the space between, and you drift away. You retreat into the endless quiet, back to the place that is not a place, the time that is not a time. You are the lonely surgeon of the stars, the shepherd of realities. And you will rest now. You will heal your own wounds. Until another universe screams. Until another world needs you. Until you are summoned once more. From the long, quiet drift home.